Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island USA Season 6, Episode 23. This episode, it was all about healing. And as a person with a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology, I thoroughly enjoyed my time. I was like, some really good conversations are happening here. I loved it. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Okay, so the second part of movie night was nowhere near as dramatic as the first time, even though the first time they could have done a bit more. You know, Love Island, let me get up there and produce movie night, okay? Because I will give you a show. But anyways, the first title was Gone Girl, which was about Serena sulking about Cordell during Casa Amor. Nothing really came from that besides Cordell feeling really, really bad about himself. The next title was Forgetting Leah Marshall, which was about Miguel moving mad in Casa Amor. But again, this man didn't owe Leah anything. They'd only been coupled up for 2 days. God knows what they was doing in the bed, but everybody knew if anybody's gonna act a fool in Casa, it's gonna be Miguel. Leah, to me, was kind of trying to be upset because Miguel was cracking jokes, but I'm just like, okay, so he's speaking with an accent. Like, is he really poking fun at the situation? No. He already said he didn't look the best, both like visually and his actions in the clips. I was like, there really isn't anything to be mad about for real. The next title is Challengers, which is about raunchy races and Aaron taking things overboard. And this is where we saw the theatrics in the trailer.
Fuck! That's kind of cool. Do you want to do it again?
Yeah. Come on, dude. Like, why?
You just dig yourself a bigger hole every day.
Mate, it's what I felt in the moment. I'm going to chase what I feel in the moment. It's simple as that. This is your experience and this is my experience as well.
But after what you said to me the other day, how do you say that to me after when it was 3 days ago, Aaron? It's your experience, Aaron, and I hope that you had a good experience. I really hope you
Clearly he did.
Liv, why'd you keep getting involved? That's how I wanted to go about it. That's how I wanted to go about it.
You can have any experience without ruining someone else's. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's very embarrassing for me as well.
Man, when Aaron walked away and left the villa, I said, keep going. Keep on walking, Buster. Like, oh, get out of here. And to whoever is in my comments saying that they're Aaron's dad, I don't know if you really are Aaron's dad or if somebody's just pretending to be Aaron's dad. Respectfully, we're watching the show and we're gonna talk about it, okay? It's a hard watch as a parent, but your son went on the show. We're gonna talk. So, yeah. Let's talk about what happened here. To me, it's kind of rich that Aaron was getting mad at Liv because Liv was piping up on behalf of Kaylor when Aaron was just doing the same thing for Rob not too long ago. Like, you are Rob's lap dog, just always ready to go. When somebody comes at your precious friend, like, you do the same thing. Like, anyways. He brings up Connor, which to me was so irrelevant because they were in a completely different place in their relationship. And he made it seem like they had worked through it. So did you work through it or were you holding it as ammo to throw at her later on? You know what I'm saying? He said that in the clip, Andrea... How do I keep bringing Andrea up? Like, the ghost of Andrea lives in my apartment. Andrea was not there, child. Daniela. He said Daniela was more than a test in the clip, but 2 days after that, they came back from Casa and he's talking about, I love Kaylor. Now, how'd that work? How'd that work? His whole thing tonight is going to be, that's how I felt in the moment. So I was just acting on my feelings. So you can go from being in love with somebody to completely discarding them and acting a damn fool with somebody else. Like, that's scary. That's scary. But anyways, let's move on. Movie night was basically over after that. Aaron left, he came back. Rob told him he basically has to take the lashings, and I agreed. Don't deflect. Just take it. You did what you did. After the movie night, both Liv and Leah admit to having poor communication skills when things get heated. Serena says the information wasn't new, but it was hard watching it. Cordell says that he sees where he messed up and how he actually disrespected Serena, which is literally what I said yesterday. I was like, I think he needs to understand his actions for real and how they affected Serena and articulate that to her. It would make things a little bit better. And then what else happened? Rob is now questioning Daniela's authenticity because of the things that she was saying to Aaron. Save it, sir. Please. Nobody's buying that. So Nicole pulls Kendall up on his instigation in Casa Amor and how much of a bad look it is considering that he's supposed to be in good with the girls.
You and your mouth, oh my God.
I know.
I just think the verbiage was different in the video.
Yeah. It doesn't look like I have their backs.
That's why when you're the one maybe making the comment, they're going to take it more to heart.
Yeah, it wasn't respectful. I'll apologize again to Serena and Kayla and just say I'm sorry.
I hope that going forward, well, actually, he did apologize later, but I don't know if I would have faith in Kendall in the sense that he would be more loyal to me as a woman than to the other guys in the villa. Like, men typically are like that anyways. So yeah, no, I wouldn't confide in him the way that the women have been confiding in him. I mean, there's no more Casa Amor, but there could be bombshells. So yeah, we'll see. Rob, to me, is pretending to have an epiphany about Daniela. And me personally, I just had to laugh.
I felt like it was like kind of quick of a flip from like me to Aaron. I don't know, so I guess I questioned like some of the credibility and like how genuine it was. Like it's harder to believe like that you were wanting to like talk to me like the whole time, like kind of how you said. I kind of like just wish we didn't move so fast, maybe. How you get them is how you lose them.
Let's be for real. The Casa Amor girls have not much to do but talk. And yes, we know production splits them up for a certain amount of hours and whatever, which means if she really wanted to talk to you, she would have taken the time to go talk to you because time is limited. She didn't want to talk to you until Aaron closed things off and then pointed her in Rob's direction. And here's another thing. How can this man be a victim in this situation, acting like he didn't know where Daniela's head was at when he was right there watching Aaron, and if not watching Aaron, hearing from Aaron what was going on between them? Like, you were there. You didn't stay in the main villa while that connection was going on, and then you met Daniela, and you thought it was something real, and then you see what happened in Casa. You were in Casa. Lord, the way they're able to keep twisting the narrative when it comes to Rob is incredible. For that alone, honestly, he just has to win. For that alone, he has to win. He claims that he has trust issues. Respectfully, you probably do have trust issues. I'm not going to take that away from you. Your truth is your truth. This situation, though, to me is not a matter of trust issues. It's a matter of you choosing not to see what is blatantly in front of you. Assuming he really is into Daniela and it wasn't a ploy to give Aaron a backup plan in case Kayla didn't take him back. But moving on. The sleeping arrangement is basically how it's been before, besides the fact that Kane and Aaron are sleeping outside alone. Sierra went to wake up Kane in the morning. Nobody went to wake up Aaron. Kendall makes breakfast for Nicole, Serena, and Kayla to apologize for not having a backbone in Casa Amor. Janae tells Leah that Rob might be hurt, but her outburst proves that she cares.
I know you're beating yourself up, but right now, it's not as bad as you look. You going in on him shows like, damn, this bitch really care.
Why would he want to be with me after this?
Why would he want to be with me after that? Come back up as such a bitch, I told you.
No, Janae, don't say that because
Everyone sees it but you, and it's killing me.
I will never understand this thought process. Like, oh my gosh, they were yelling and screaming. They must love me. They must care for me. Slippery slope, that one, isn't it? Slippery slope. And I'm going to have a conversation that is a little bit niche. At least I think it's niche. I don't know. I don't have the privilege of being in other communities. But in the Black community, there are women who believe that when a man puts hands on you, it's because he loves you. It's a form of passion. It's whatever. And so that's why I say that that kind of mentality is a slippery slope for me, because I've seen the extreme end of it, and it's like, this is not love. This is not what love looks like. And unfortunately, as time goes on, sometimes the line gets blurrier and blurrier. So this whole thing of like, oh, your big emotional outburst must prove that you have care and compassion for, not compassion, but care for someone is just, it's a crazy thought for me, but a lot of people think it, so maybe I'm the outlier here. Yeah, maybe I'm the outlier. Anyways, to me, an absolute deal breaker is name calling. She was name calling, even though in context, I did agree with her at the time, but name calling really is a deal breaker for me. And then we see a moment with Miguel and the other guys, and he says that he grew up in a tumultuous household, and seeing the way that both Leah and Serena acted brought back memories of his childhood, and he doesn't want to be with somebody like that because he doesn't want to emulate the household that he grew up in. I was like, oh my gosh. I never expected Miguel to get this vulnerable on the show. Like Miguel specifically. People have opened up about their lives and stuff like that, but I just thought Mr. F-boy, Mr. I'm just here to have a good time, free vacation, hot girls. Like, I never thought he would get vulnerable. Not that he's incapable. I just didn't think he would do it on the show. I was, wow. Yeah, that definitely brought a new side of Miguel to me. And I was, yeah. Anyways, Kane has a training session with Sierra. She enjoyed every moment of it. We'll see where this thing goes. I don't think Sierra really likes him. For real. I think she likes the attention. But stranger things have happened, child. Janae is talking to Kenny and is wondering why everyone is consoling, is wondering why everyone else is being consoled but Rob. I need to know what chokehold this guy has on the villa, because I refuse to see Rob as a victim for real. Like, maybe watching the clips back, it does look like, damn, this man has been through it. Cool. But both things that people are feeling guilty for, or people are feeling sorry for on behalf of Rob, just don't make sense to me. The Daniela thing, like, I'm sorry, I don't see you as a victim in the Daniela situation. And even the Leah situation, pre her cussing him out, he was being manipulated. Anyways, she feels like people should be consoling Rob, so all right, child. Leah then takes Rob aside to apologize.
I'm sorry for saying the things I said. I care about you so much, like I do. I still do so much, like an embarrassing amount. So like to see someone like that, like right away.
Oh yeah, I've made so many mistakes in here as well. Like nobody's perfect. It's not like you're the only one that did wrong, but I did care about you, and I still do care about you. I liked you a lot too. Like I really, really did. I think it was really necessary for her and for I to just like heal and like hear her out. Sorry, I'm onioning you.
You're not onioning me.
I'm onioning you.
No, your onion never worked on me.
What I will say about how Leah acted after this whole Aaron debacle is that laughing at a man getting emotional, it really does set us back. It sets us back as a community for sure. So I do hear, you know, that point of like, man, if somebody's getting vulnerable, like what does it look like to throw their vulnerability in their face? Cool. But I just want to jump back to that man ripping his shirt off, taking his mic off, jumping in the pool, sulking around, basically like, I'm sorry. They will never make me see Rob as a victim based on what we've seen up to date. If something new happens, that's a separate conversation. But as of right now, I'm sorry. I'm not buying it, child. I'm not buying it. He tells her that he always did and will continue to care for her, and she shouldn't beat herself up about what she said in the clip. He later on asks Daniela for some space because he's questioning her authenticity or whatever. Aaron wants to talk to Kayla, so he takes her on the dock to apologize. I'm not even gonna listen. I don't even want to watch them back, so I'm not gonna put in the clips, okay? I personally don't think Aaron realizes that he's not doing himself any favors by saying, like, I was just acting in the moment in Casa Amor. Because if 2 days later you can say, oh, I've always loved this girl, or I had love for her even before going to Casa Amor, how then can you justify your actions in Casa? How that make sense? I would fear a man who's able to compartmentalize like that, because you're telling me when you're with me, it's me. But when you're not with me, it could be anybody else. But it doesn't matter because he was just being in the moment. And then when he's back with me, it's me. Hell no. Absolutely not. He claims he won't ever do it again. Only time will tell with that one. Kaylor obviously takes him back. It don't take much for that girl. Yeah. She then says, when a girl asks for space, she's not really asking for space. And I'm like, please speak for yourself. One thing about me, if I'm asking for space, I absolutely mean it. Because if you're smothering me, it's only going to make things worse. So the apology tour continues with Cordell and Serena. And this was the moment for me, because Serena actually apologized.
I know I apologize. There's so much that I can't say besides I'm sorry and admitting to where I went wrong and where I fucked up.
I definitely do think that, like, I could have done a better job at, like, reassuring you, like, with my words and, like, with my actions.
I want to continue things with the two of us, but obviously that's not in my jurisdiction right now.
You could have closed it off before you went to California.
Is this too late? I'll do it right now. Don't test me now.
See, this I can get behind. This I can get behind. An actual acknowledgement of the fact that Serena was not giving Cordell what he deserved the word, what he was yearning for before Casa Amor. It justifies why he felt the need to explore. Not to the extent that he did, but to explore nonetheless. So the fact that she acknowledged that and apologized, I was like, thank you, man. Finally. And to the people who have been in the comments saying like, oh, we don't see enough about Cordell and Serena, whatever. The point is, this is a show. We have to go off of what has been shown to us and whatever we can speculate outside of that. And what we were shown was Serena not putting in the effort. And what we are being shown now is Serena admitting that she didn't put in the effort and is apologizing for that. Honey, thank you, girl. Thank you. That's all I needed. Okay. Like I said, I hope they outline their needs for each other so that they don't feel like the other person isn't pulling their weight in this relationship. She said that she would like to close things off, and he decided to close things off as well. Little brother, if you like it, I love it. And if you black, you know what that really means. So Miguel opens up to Leah about her actions triggering something from his childhood.
I do care about him so much. I'm just learning a lot of things. I don't know, you live and you learn.
Yeah. It also reminded me of like the environment I grew up in my house. And I think that's what causes me to have a bit of like a distance when it comes to commitment. Like if I saw that in the girls getting to know, I'd just be like, yeah, it was nice knowing you. But like,
I mean, I agree.
I managed to get that weight off my chest. Your boy's light again. Like I said, it was just something I felt. Also reminded myself, don't just judge her from what you saw in the video.
I was sitting here like, wow, what a good conversation. Like, what? Leave it to Miguel to give us the difficult, vulnerable conversation on screen. Baby, that was not on my bingo card. I did not expect it, but I was glad to see it. Okay, Miguel. It now makes sense why he was talking about wife this, wife that. Like, oh, I take back my judgment of you, sir. You impressed me this episode. You really did. So it's time for the recoupling. Very quickly here, Kendall chooses Nicole. Kenny chooses Janae. Not gonna lie to you guys. The speech might have put me on Team Kenny and Janae. It was good. It was good. It was intentional. It was, he was deliberate about the things he was saying. Like, it felt, I think they're my couple now. So many unexpected things happening this episode. It's crazy. Next was Cordell, who chose Serena. Kane chose Sierra. Aaron chose Kaylor. Miguel chose Leah. And Rob chose Daniela, meaning Catherine and Daya and Liv are going home. Now, I didn't think they would send Liv home because Harrison is coming in, and I'm like, Harrison, Liv, it kind of makes sense. But then my mind goes back to how Harrison was last season, and he don't like a person who's a slow burn. He likes the girl who, you know, let's get it cracking. Like, that's his speed. Ooh, not my laptop over here. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Chill out. Yeah, so I don't know if Kaylor would have been, not Kaylor, try. I don't know if Liv would have been his speed. They definitely would have understood each other's banter. And the man is cute as all get out. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it just, yeah. Oh well, bye girl. Safe travels. It always sucks to be a Casa girl because most likely you are going to get dumped shortly after Casa ends. But to the future Casa girls who may be watching this video, you don't have to do the most in Casa to be brought back to the main villa. Like, you really don't have to do that. I know the guys kind of like amp it up, like, guys, holiday, we're free, we get to do what we want, whatever. But like, I think of, this is a UK couple, but I think of Kai and Sanam. Sanam spoke to Kai, didn't really do much of anything. She wasn't like trying to fondle him in the bed and all that kind of stuff. Like, she didn't do all of that. He brought her back. They're still together. They're engaged right now. And this was a year ago, just over a year ago now. So it's possible. Don't feel the pressure to have to do the most, especially if you're the type of girly who gets your feelings involved. Now, if you don't care, baby, do your big one, okay? Do your big one. So the episode ends with all the couples being very lovey-dovey. We even see Serena saying that she wished she showed Cordell more affection. In the beginning, baby, we all do. We all do. We would be in a different place if you did, but we're here now, okay? And then Ariana comes back and she introduces the new bombshell who doesn't really need an introduction because it's Harrison. We already know who he is. I don't know who Harrison could sway at this point. I think if Kenny and Janae were still in a rocky place, maybe Janae would be interested. Kaylor's probably not going to look his direction for real, unless she's deranged because, girl, after all that, there's no way. Yeah, no, there's no way. Nicole, I don't think so. Serena, no. Maybe Sierra. Yeah, I'm interested to see what kind of damage Harrison can do at this point. I don't think it'll be much, but I'm intrigued nonetheless. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.